In 1962, a man boarded a plane bound for the United States. In his luggage, he carried not a gift, but his family's 400-year-old samurai sword, a weapon he intended to use on himself should the American crowd greet him with hatred. His name was Nobuo Fujita. During World War II, he became the only enemy pilot to bomb the continental United States. His target? The forests of Oregon. His mission? To ignite panic and chaos. But fate had other plans. The fires never took hold, and the memory of that day became a weight he would carry for the rest of his life. 20 years passed. Then, the very town he had tried to destroy, Brookings, Oregon, invited him as an honored guest to their annual festival. Back in Japan, everyone warned him not to go. It could be a trap, they said, a humiliation, revenge. But Fujita made his decision. He packed his sword in silence and made a private vow. If the crowd met him with stones or hatred, he would end his life on the spot to preserve his honor. What happened instead would stay with him forever. When he arrived, the streets were lined with people, smiling, waving flags, offering warmth. Not a mob seeking revenge, a community that had chosen forgiveness. Fujita was stunned. At the festival, he walked onto the stage and presented the city with his 400-year-old ancestral sword, not as a weapon, but as a symbol of peace and friendship. And that was only the beginning. He returned to Brookings again and again. He supported the local library. He helped young people. He personally funded trips for school children to travel to Japan so that a new generation might learn to see one another not as enemies, but as human beings. And years later, on the very hillside where his bombs had once fallen, he planted a tree, a living monument to reconciliation in the place where he had once tried to leave ruins. This story moves us not only because of its unexpected twist. It reminds us that forgiveness is not weakness. Sometimes it is the most powerful force there is. The power to change a person. The power to end a war inside the heart. The power to grow peace in the soil of destruction. Sometimes a single act of humanity does more than years of hatred ever could.